Dolney. Out of the shot clock. The drive, spin, touch, no good. Short on the rim, but it's an O-board here for Chaminade. Carter goes right at Bayan, dish down low and catching off the window. Pretty move from Alyssa Schutze.
Yeah, you notice that first possession there for Chaminade. They had a lot of ball movement over there. They cleared out a couple sides, but then they kept going to some next action as well. Be interested to see if their offensive movement off ball continues to persist.
Matson. Pass to the corner, rolls around in towards Bayan, brushes past Schutze, gets it up, too strong, rebound Chaminade.
Yeah, she's had a couple of those, even thinking back to the Menlo game where she had that, it wasn't necessarily a pull-up jumper for her, but it was kind of a running mid-range shot. I think she's a lot better when she can get both feet underneath her and she's not leaning off of that.
Nice. O'Neal, kick out, ball's moving, but it's poked away by the Swords.
High IQ player right there in Julian Parado. Knowing that you're in a got-to situation, you want to close out on the shooter while also taking away the next pass. So she closed out at an angle up the side so that she was able to get a deflection. High IQ closed out there by Parado.
Not of the shot clock to work with here for VU. Bayan demanding that basketball back. Down to 5, down to 4. Lining up against Carter. Does she get it off in time? Just does, but it doesn't hit the rim, and it's a shot clock violation here. A strong defensive possession here from Chaminade.
Very strong defensive possession, but again, a peculiar decision there by Kaylee Bayan. Obviously, she wanted the isolation, but it just took her way too long to get into her dribble as she makes up for it right there with the steal.
Flashed into Hanning. Lets it fly from the corner. Yes.
2 baskets, 2 assists by Kaylee Bayan, and almost a near steal once again. But Michaela Hanning, she's able to light it up once again. She's been doing that at a high clip to start her freshman season.
Ball bounces around, drops to Matt.
Watch this chase action.
Bayan works at the elbow, gets up the shot just short. And battling for the rebound was O'Neal, and it finds the hands of Bayan.
Chaminade's got to shore that up right now. This is a Vanguard team who had 19 O-boards in the first half against Menlo.
Bayan thrusts to ground. Here's Matson. 6 on the shot clock, looking for an option down low, and she's tied up there. The left arm wrapped around by Selena Buttery.
Yeah, really good seal there by Shayla O'Neal. Second time she's done that, but this time she's rewarded for it by then finally looking inside. Able to induce the foul on Buttery.
Good roll from O'Neal, and trying to take the charge. And take the charge she will.
Shayla O'Neal getting a bit of a taste of her own medicine. She's definitely proficient at taking the charge.
Dolney, Euro step, and she's stuffed. Goodness me.
So I like this strategy by Chaminade because they're setting this ball screen with Weaver, which you would think is bringing Emma Scoff out of the paint so she can't rim protect anymore. The problem is, 1, Kayla Boozer's still in the game as a rim protector, but 2, Emma Scoff was able to then drop into a drop coverage, and then from there she was able to recover and just send that back to Honolulu.
Nice move for some separation, but it's an offensive foul. Oh man, unfortunate for Dolney.
Shayla O'Neal had her best. She said, hey, you're never going to out-count me in the charge department right there. I might have given you a free one, but I'm certainly going to get my get back. She does so right there, and it's something that players, sometimes they give up on. It's a player's running through it. They're like, oh, well, the shot's away. But no, she stuck her ground as Jaren Matson's finally on the board from downtown.
3-pointer of the season. Here's Scherzer. For Hanning. Drives down low and goes right at the rim.
I was just about to say, Michaela Hanning's got to be a little bit careful about over-pursuing the ball right there because she kind of ran into Scherzer's space, but well-timed at that if it produces a bucket.
Hesitation and bounce pass is good. Well work by the Aussie in towards Schutze.
Yeah, late rotation there by Vanguard. Shayla O'Neal stepped up to take her second charge of the night, but not to be. But you got to help the help.
Some trust being shown here from Coach Brewster. He's got 2 players now on 2 fouls.
Well, they're not a very deep team at that. I mean, Jared Rowan, not many options to go to just considering the lack of bodies.
Yeah. For the Silver Swords, JJ, surely it's going to be about, can we just limit the turnovers in the second half? Try to get our offensive sets out there and try to put up a better foot in the second half.
I mean, they pretty much have as many field goal attempts as they do turnovers. 20 field goal attempts, 16 turnovers. You're not going to be in a basketball game, let alone try to win a basketball game at that ratio. So they have to find a way, even if it's not for this game, just moving forward. Because after this, they stay in SoCal. They got to take on, I believe it's Azusa next.
3 teams who are pegged to finish in the top half of the table. And Sandy looks for options at the elbow. It's Scoff going downhill and scoring off glass for the first line bucket of half number 2.
Yeah, really good play coming into the second half. We've seen Russ Davis do that a few times, dating back to last season where he likes to draw that play up. He has several different ATOs, especially to start the second half. But that one right there, it was the old backdoor to Kaylee Bion, understanding teams want to deny her. But good execution by Michaela Hanning to be able to say, you know what, it's not there. Let's just not try to force it.
Hanning tries. And it is Boozer who is wrestled to the ground.
Coach Davis having to work with Michaela Hanning saying, I understand that you can make that shot. We all know you can make that shot, but we haven't had a good possession over the last 3 or 4 possessions, so let's make sure that we get a go and not the first open look. And that's kind of the learning lesson that you have for freshmen. The good news is Michaela Hanning is a quick study.
Good in it. She steps on for this final quarter. Rushes to the baseline and right on cue, picks one up off glass.
Yeah, high-level screen at that as well. Play with physicality, you get rewarded.
Euro step. Just what are some worry signs here if you're Vanguard? Yes, they're on a good streak,
yes,
but they also are playing against some teams that maybe they're favored against.
Yeah.
We know that some of those bigger teams are coming at the turn of the new year. What have you just been noticing overall?
Well, I think the three-point percentage is a big cause of concern for me. The 32% is 6th best in the conference right now, but it's just been the rate of the three-point attempts for me is the biggest headliner in terms of cause for concern. But you look at overall, I mean, they've won the rebound. They won the rebound in the turnover battle, even in their loss to Central Washington. But they've won the battle in all 6 games so far. So to me, that's a good sign where you can kind of make up for the deficiencies from downtown. But I think that's the headliner for me. They're too talented at the guard position to settle. They can break players down one-on-one on the perimeter to get inside. Then your inside-out threes are going to be able to open up from there. But a lot of these side-to-side, settle for a decent look at 3, to me, you're bailing out the other teams and you're letting them off the hook.